Bizarre things students are banned from doing at schools. Students, whether you're in high school, elementary school, or even university, listen up. When it comes to teaching the next generation of students, there's a long line of history with certain objects that may be banned from your classroom. From skinny jeans to yoga pants, there are all sorts of things which are banned from schools in hopes of creating a more family-friendly environment. If you're a teacher or know a teacher, you probably know that they have a love-hate relationship with all the students they teach. Teachers have been around since the earliest civilizations. However, the natural predilection of children finding ways to goof around has surely been around for just as long. Well, some schools have taken matters into their own hands and have banned some things that they find inappropriate. From fidget spinners to different types of clothing, there are all sorts of things that are ridiculous that schools have banned. And you might just be surprised to find out what some of them are. If you remember some of your favorite things being banned when you were in elementary school or high school, then you will totally be able to relate to the things in this video. Before we begin this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on all the awesome life hacks, tips, and tricks from your #1 bestie. And make sure you tell all your friends about our channel so that they can join in on the fun. Now, keep watching for 16 ridiculous things that have been banned from schools for one reason or another. Number 16, snowball fights. Many different schools across North America and the United Kingdom have banned snowball fights in schools to ensure the safety of all children. Sometimes, snowballs can contain pebbles, ice shards, or debris. Okay, so this one's a pretty reasonable ban, and it's totally understandable. Snowball fights can result in injuries if the snowballs are big enough or hard enough, and especially if they are thrown at close distance. And although any kid who has ever participated in a snowball fight can probably agree that they're a lot of fun when it comes to safety, the schools might have a point here. Number 15, yoga pants. Are you guilty of this ridiculously comfortable fashion trend? Most of us probably are, but you might be surprised to find out that yoga pants, along with leggings and jeggings, have all been banned in some places across the United States. That's right. Similar to another ban on skinny jeans, the ban on the stretchy, comfortable material that yoga pants are made from has been implemented across many schools in the United States. The grounds for banning these clothes are that they are not family-friendly enough for young teenagers who are learning to become adults. Speaking of crazy, ridiculous things that have been banned from schools, did you know that some schools have a ban that has something to do with making friends? Yeah, you heard right. It's absolutely ridiculous, but you'll just have to wait until the very end to find out what the ban is. Number 14, hugging. In an effort to teach the children at a Northampton school personal space and boundaries respect, it has banned hugging from the building. This decision has been met with some controversy with the children's parents. Seems like you can't really do much these days without getting into trouble. Number 13, LOL, WTF, and other acronyms. A school in South Yorkshire in the UK has banned students from using acronyms like LOL and WTF, noting that all student bodies must use proper English when communicating with teachers and each other. Watch out, millennials, this ban is for you. Whether you're in elementary school or high school, you may have a hard time making sure you don't get in trouble for breaking this rule. Surprised by any of these ridiculous bans so far? Keep watching as we continue to count down to the top ridiculous bans in schools around the world. Number 12, tag. Believe it or not, this legendary game has been banned from some US schools due to the physical and sometimes emotional turmoil they cause children. But isn't that the point? What are the kids supposed to do during recess if they can't play tag? This is a travesty that must be overturned. Number 11, toilet paper tubes. Some schools in the United Kingdom have banned the use of toilet paper tubes in fear of them spreading germs or bacteria to the children. Luckily, you can still use paper towel tubes. Not entirely sure how students are supposed to access toilet paper if it's not in a tube, but I guess we'll leave that to our own imaginations. Number 10, shorts for boys. A school in Britain declared that shorts for boys were banned, and boys should be forced to wear pants. There is, however, no ban on wearing skirts. So, according to CNN, The boys who attended the school that banned shorts protested by wearing skirts, causing a change in the dress code to allow shorts. Not entirely sure why a school would ban boys from wearing shorts, but good for them for protesting it. Number 9. Birthday party invitations. In an effort to make everyone feel included and to put a stop to exclusive behavior, birthday party invitations are not to be handed out unless everyone in the class is invited. Not sure what to make of this one. I mean, it makes sense, but you can't really expect a parent to invite all the kids in their child's class to a birthday party. That's a lot of cake. Number 8. Fidget Spinners. The device originally designed for ADHD sufferers has quickly become a must-have sensation. However, signs that this addictive device is not selling as much as they used to have already begun. The toys were considered to be too distracting in the classroom, and so they were banned from several schools. I can totally get this one. There was a time where fidget spinners, much like any other fad from the past, was all the rage. Every kid and their mom had one, 2, maybe even 5 of them. Ranging from different colors and cool designs and even flashing lights, some fidget spinners were decked out. Seems like this fad has died down now, as they all tend to do, but many schools still hold a ban on them. Number 7. Dodgeball. This action-packed game with a rubber ball has been banned in some US schools because it will sometimes make a student who is playing it act too aggressively and unsafe. Dodgeball is a super fun sport to play, and banning it just seems like a drastic thing to do, but it kinda does make sense. I mean, dodgeball can get pretty violent at times, especially when people are whipping instead of throwing their balls at people. But what's a childhood if you don't get to experience playing dodgeball at recess or during gym class at school? Well, it looks like yet another thing that only 90s kids will be able to relate to. Ah, the good old days. Number 6. Uggs. Believe it or not, according to the Daily Mail, these fashionable boots are the perfect way to hide cell phones in the classroom. Girls would hide them inside the boots and use them in the classroom. Not sure why they wouldn't just ban cell phones, but okay, I guess. Watch it, fashionistas, because your favorite winter wear may no longer be. Number 5. Red ink. A British school has actually banned their teachers from marking their tests with that fateful red ink. The school feels the use of red ink is too intimidating or stressful. So sorry if you're a fan of red ink, but if you go to a British school or even a teacher in a British school, red pens are absolutely out of the question. Number 4. Hoodies and skinny jeans. A school in Connecticut has banned the use of hoodies and skinny jeans. They banned hoodies because students were using it to hide cell phones during class. The large front pocket on the sweater is a perfect hiding spot. Skinny jeans were banned because, similar to yoga pants and jeggings, they were seen as too tight and not family-friendly or appropriate enough to wear to school. Number 3. Rubber bands. Quite possibly the first classroom distraction. Rubber bands have been banned from use by students in certain classrooms across the US for their extremely distracting nature. I mean, forget about cell phones, iPads, and laptops, but rubber bands, those have gotta go. Number 2. Facebook. A Jewish school for girls in New York City has banned the use of Facebook in their schools. The teacher who placed this ban seems to think that the website invites inappropriate behavior. What kind of inappropriate behavior? It's hard to say. They might as well go ahead and ban the whole internet while they're at it. I mean, don't you think? Now that you've made it to the end, here's the number 1 craziest thing that has been banned in schools, and it has something to do with friends. Number 1. Best friends. A small school in southwest London, England, has banned their students from becoming best friends with anyone because if those friendships end, it could be traumatic for the kids. This is by far the strangest thing to ever have been banned in any elementary school or high school. It's difficult to understand why schools would even think of banning children from having best friends, but I guess that in this day and age, almost everything is considered politically incorrect. So there you have it. Weird things banned from schools around the world. From yoga pants to hugs to social media to even skinny jeans. Some of these bans just seem outrageous. Whether the reasoning be that something is unsafe, not family friendly, or just plain old inappropriate, you have to admit that some of these bans are a little over the top. What do you think of these bans? If you're a student, which one do you think is the craziest? And what was the weirdest or strangest thing your elementary school or high school ever banned kids from doing or having? Let us know in the comment section below. Enjoyed this video? Hit the like button and share with your friends. Also, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.